World War II officially ended in 1945. But for one Japanese soldier, the war never ended. He spent nearly 3 decades hiding in the jungle, fighting an enemy that had already gone home. His name was Hiroo Onoda, and his unbelievable story became one of history's greatest survival stories. Hiroo Onoda was born in Japan in 1922. Unlike most young men his age, he wasn't trained to become an ordinary soldier. He was selected for intelligence school, where he learned guerrilla warfare, survival, espionage, and psychological warfare. His instructors taught him one lesson that would shape the rest of his life. Never surrender. Never take your own life. And never stop fighting until your commanding officer personally gives the order. Those words became more than military doctrine. They became his purpose. In December 1944, with World War II nearing its final months, Lieutenant Hiroo Onoda received orders to travel to Lubang Island in the Philippines. Before leaving, his commander looked him in the eyes and gave him one final instruction.
Obey all orders.
No matter what happens, we will come back for you. Onoda believed him.
Goodbye, sir. You did well, Lieutenant. Be safe.
Only a few months later, everything changed. Japan surrendered. World War II was over. Across the world, soldiers returned home. Families celebrated. Cities slowly began rebuilding. But deep inside the jungles of Lubang Island, Hiroo Onoda knew nothing.
Explosions! Is it over?
American aircraft began dropping leaflets announcing that Japan had surrendered. The war was over. The leaflets included newspapers, photographs, and messages from Japanese officials.
Lies.
But Onoda refused to believe any
All
of it.
lies.
He was convinced it was enemy propaganda. To him, the mission hadn't changed. His commander had never returned. Therefore, the war continued. The jungle became his
The
home.
war continues. I will not surrender.
Every single day was a battle for survival. He ate bananas, coconuts, wild plants, and occasionally stole rice or livestock from nearby farms. His clothes slowly fell apart. His rifle rusted. His boots wore out. Yet he continued his patrols. He cleaned his weapon every day. He avoided capture. Every airplane, every newspaper, every loudspeaker was simply another trick by the enemy. Years became decades. Still, he waited. The world transformed. Man landed on the moon. New countries emerged. Technology advanced. Children became parents. Entire generations grew up. But inside the Philippine jungle, time had stopped. He continued carrying out military operations, sometimes exchanging gunfire with local authorities, sometimes disappearing into the jungle for months without anyone seeing him. Search parties came looking. His family begged him to come home. Letters were dropped from airplanes. Friends called his name through loudspeakers. He ignored every one of them, because one promise still echoed inside his mind. We will come back for you. Then, in 1974, a young Japanese traveler named Norio Suzuki made an unusual decision. He told his friends, "I'm going to find Lieutenant Onoda." Almost nobody believed him. But after searching through the
I
jungle,
have to keep going. I know he's out here somewhere.
He found him. The two men spoke for hours. Suzuki explained that Japan had rebuilt. The war had ended decades earlier. The entire world had changed. Still, Onoda refused. He gave the same answer. I will only surrender if my commanding officer gives me the order. Suzuki returned to Japan. Something incredible happened. Onoda's former commanding officer, Major Yoshimi Taniguchi, was still alive. Nearly 30 years after giving those final orders, he traveled to Lubang Island. Standing face to face with his former soldier, he officially relieved him of duty. Only then did Hiroo Onoda lower his rifle. After 29 years, the mission was finally over. When Hiroo Onoda returned to Japan, he walked into a country he barely recognized. Skyscrapers filled the cities. Television, modern cars, and new technology surrounded him. The Japan he remembered no longer existed. Some people called him a hero. Others questioned his actions. But almost everyone agreed on one thing. His loyalty and his determination were unlike anything the world had ever seen. Hiroo Onoda never intended to become famous. He simply believed he was following orders. For 29 years, he lived between war and peace, between hope and isolation, never realizing history had already moved on. His story reminds us that belief can be incredibly powerful. Sometimes, powerful enough to keep a war alive inside one man's mind for nearly 3 decades. And that's why, sometimes, the most unbelievable stories are completely true.